back to the first autumn video here in Sweden, Scandinavia. Yes, autumn has arrived. We've got a few summer days and we've got some autumn mornings. It's misty, it's cold. Last week, we've had really lovely weather. The week before, we had I think 7 degrees in the morning. It was pretty cold for the end of August. Now I'm filming, it's the beginning of September and summer is back. Really not the really hot summer. It's the best time of year if you ask me. The weather is 22, 23, the afternoons, sunshine, really bright. It hasn't been raining as much. It rained a lot last week and the week before. And the mornings, you start off at about 15, 16, 17, which is really, really nice. We've had some days that it's gone down to 9, but at the moment, we are really enjoying some lovely weather here in Sweden. But that hasn't stopped all of the mushrooms and berries and everything coming out. I've been filming and I'm going to be filming next week as well and add all of it into this vlog so you get an idea of what it's like at the beginning of autumn here in Sweden. So before we get into anything, this is going to be pretty much a shop with me and show you what I picked up for the autumn. Now I have a lot of autumn decor with me. Well, decor in the sense that cushions in browns and all of these colors that I like to use and sort of layering effect. So I don't need any of them, and I'm just going to talk you through some of the things that I did pick up. I filmed in the shops as well, but I wanted to show them to you in person. Now, I haven't opened these. I picked this one up at Rusta. So any of you watching from Sweden, they still have these at Rusta. They have it in a green and they have it in a brown. They also have it in a white, which I don't really like. I don't think it's a very autumn color, but these two are beautiful colors. I have green upstairs and I have brown downstairs. So I picked them up really because of the vessel that they're in. It is an acorn, as you can see, it's made from glass. And I thought when I did finish the candle, I could use a tea light in it. I could use it as a trinket box. It really is lovely. And I will definitely use this year in and year out. It is autumn, but it doesn't it's not these bright oranges and colors. I don't like to have them in my home. So these two I thought were really pretty. Obviously, I gravitate to the vessel first and then I check the scent, but I really like these vessels, so I didn't check the scent. As you can see, the tags are on. We can cut them together here in a minute. So I bought those two. I think they're like 45 or 49 krona, about €4. Then I also picked these bowls up. They have these sort of Japanese, Chinese style bowls. I picked them up because during autumn months, I like to have a lot of stews and soups. My mom, when she's here, she makes laksa, and we've been just using normal bowls that we've had with our other dinner sets. And we didn't really have a Chinese or sort of Japanese bowls. And I think these are really nice because they taper to the bottom. So when you put your rice, we've been doing a lot of poke bowls at home as well. If you put the rice here and even your stews, my other bowls are so wide that everything just looks really flat. These were 99 krona, so about 100 krona each, which is about €10 for each of them. And I bought 6. I had to pause the video because my husband called, so I shifted us around a little bit. As you can see, I'm on the other side of the sofa. But I like to keep my vlogs very chilled, very relaxed, keeping my vlogs very realistic. I don't want to pretend to be something I'm not. I have woken up in the morning in my bathrobe. As you can see, I put it on. I got my elder son off for swimming. I'm having my coffee and we're just having a nice relaxing chat. Now my husband called me because he went to Ica Maxi. If any of you following know, I go to the discount bin. They've taken out their big fridge, but they do have a section. And my husband found some meat. He dropped my son off at swimming and I sent him over there because if you don't go early, you won't find a deal. He's bought some meat for dinner today, but he called me just to double check. So I will film all of that. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see what we had for dinner. I think he found some beef on a really, really good price, some sort of prosciutto ham. So we're going to be doing, I think, a prosciutto and a melon starter and then some beef, and then we're going to be having some ice cream for dessert. I'm really into ice cream these days. They had a really nice dark chocolate ice cream, Sia brand in Sweden. We have a really good brand. We have plenty of good brands with ice cream here in Sweden. So, but enough of that. Let's get on with the rest of the decor. So you saw my bowls. So I'm going to be using them on my open shelves here in the kitchen as decor as well. They've got a black and a white color. I think it'll look perfect. Then I bought some serviettes. I like to have some autumn colored serviettes, and I don't like when it screams autumn. So I picked these ones up. They were really, really pretty. Oh, I'm sorry for the lighting maybe on this side. I don't know if you can see them. It's this sort of flowery print, but it does really look like a piece of art, which I really thought was lovely. Now it has some orange. I'm not a big fan of orange, but I did think it worked beautifully in this. And they had a set, and you will see when we go shopping and I do the voiceover that I did go through quite a few of these serviettes. But these two, they had the matching sort of cocktail serviettes, and this one in case I serve short eats, and this one is for us when we eat. Now, short eats, for those of you who don't know, are sort of finger food. Those from Sri Lanka will know what we call short eats. Short eats are small food that you can eat. We do eat them for like lunch. So my mom's really very good at making them. So she's made some Chinese rolls and she made patties. There are other things like fish balls, like cutlets they're called. And she makes a plethora of them and puts them in my freezer. So I have a stock of them. Thank you so much, Mom. I really, really appreciate it. But if I ever ate some of those, I would also some nut before we had our main meal, then I'd use these serviettes. So they are really, really pretty. And also at Ica Maxi, so I bought those at the local grocery store. I found these. I really, really love them. It says hazelnut vanilla. Again, when I looked at candles, obviously I gravitate to the vessel first. This was a beautiful vessel. It tapers down like this. It's not the chocolate brown that you see here. See, this one's a lot darker. It's sort of a hazelnut color actually, which makes sense, but ooh. And then I smelt it. It smells divine. I am not usually a vanilla person, but this hazelnut vanilla, something about it screams autumn for me. So I'm going to we'll look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. It's got this sort of pumpkin there, and oh, it's so beautiful. I'm really, really in love with the scent. So I bought two of them actually, because I find downstairs when I have an open plan, I have sort of an open plan home downstairs. Because it's open plan, it's really difficult to have just one candle and have the whole place smelling nice. It's different when it's a closed area, but so I bought two of them. So I'll have one in the sitting room and one as you enter, so that you can have. Then in Sri Lanka, I bought these. I bought this one. These are called frangipani. It's a really lovely smell. I wanted to use it for autumn, and I did take it out to show you. But now in hindsight, I think I'm going to keep it for summer. I bought them in Sri Lanka at a place called Paradise Road. I think it has this sort of spa-like smell. So I think I'm going to use this in the summer. So these are really refills. I did buy diffusers. I like to have diffusers here in my home. But I bought the diffusers there again last autumn as a vessel, for the vessel, as well as the smell. It was really, really nice. But because I couldn't find any refills, I bought these. My husband's just back with all of the food. So maybe I can show you what he bought. Thank you. Oh, that was a lot of food. So he has picked up some thin prosciutto, and this was 27 krona, which is about 2 euros. He's picked up two of these. The discount bin's really great if you go in the morning. And then he's bought a melon. This is a honey melon. So we're going to be having the prosciutto with the honey melon. And then what do we have for food? He's found a really nice piece of meat. This is called picanha. I don't know how to pronounce it. So this piece of meat, and this was 170 krona. I don't have my glasses, but I think it is 50% off, I think. But it's a substantial piece of meat. It's about 1.6 kilos. So we're gonna have a few people over. I don't know how we're gonna prepare it. It was 70% off, my husband is saying. Oh, that's a great price. But we do need to eat it today. So it was 70% off. So the normal price of it, I don't know what it would be, but it is, let me see.
It was like 500-600.
Ooh, it was like about 500 or 600 krona for this. So that's about 50 euros for this one. So that's a lot of money. And we bought it for 170 crowns, which is about 17 euros. That's crazy markdown. That's 70%. So we're going to be having this for dinner. I'm really glad I was able to show you all of this. So I hope you stick around. I'm going to finish my coffee, and then I'm going to just take you around the house and show you some of the painting that we're getting done. And then we'll go shopping later on. I want to go to a place called Urbe with you guys and just do one other section and IKEA. So let's get on with the rest of the day. This is what the downstairs looks like this time. Now there's a few things that we've washed last night and put away. And this is what the kitchen looks like. It's so much tidier than what you saw last time. I'm doing some decor, so I've got some of these things down here from my open shelves. And this is what it looks like. Our computers are always down. I made some muffins yesterday for dinner. So that one's empty. I put that away. As you can see, no clothes. Everything's been put away. Everything's been tidied up. We've had to close the table and chairs there. As you can see, let me open up here. So we've closed everything up. It has started to rain a little bit because it was raining quite a lot. And I didn't want, obviously, my new furniture to get disrupted. Now, the kids have been playing with cardboard boxes. It's rained on it, so that's time to get rid of that. And over here, everything's looking neat and tidy. We are painting the house, and I will show you. But so that's why I've got all of this stuff here, because the cupboard over there, I've been starting to clear everything out because we've got to move it forward to paint. But as you can see, oh yes, I bought these ones. I picked these ones up at Plantage. My sister-in-law gave me a voucher. But anytime I buy something and I'm not sure if I like it, I get my husband or my friends who come to veto. And even on the camera, I can see it's not exactly the color. I thought it would be darker when I bought it, just to have on the cushions like that. But I don't think it's going to look very nice. So I'm going to be returning these ones as well. We've got all of this stuff that we've cleared out for the painting. I will maybe do a little bit of redecor here. As you can see, this one is the scent that we've been using all summer. Well, when we were here, I actually bought this last summer and I've been able to use it for 2 years running. I love the vessel as well. It's light blue sort of color, which I like to use in the summer. Okay, here you would be able to see the color. So that's the difference in the color. So we've got white wall, and that's what we had, and that's the color we're using. I'll have it's a sort of mushroomy, purpley gray color, and it does have different tones. On this side, it looks very, very gray, and on that side, it looks more brownish pink, but it goes well with our carpet and the door, which I really like. It's going to give it sort of a little bit of a contrast. It gives me an excuse to redecorate. I do like to have a lot of sort of terracotta pots around in my home. This is the vessel that I said I bought last time with the diffuser that I will add in the frangipani. As you can see, it's all finished, but I like this vessel because it matches with my decor downstairs. So we've got all of that. As you can see, even in the bathroom, all of the laundry has been put away. Everything's been washed. I don't have anything here. We had to buy some extra laundry detergent because we went through pretty much everything. As you can see, we've been painting. So we've wrapped it in cellophane. It's a really good way to keep everything soft and stop it from drying up. So that's what it's looking like. So this is not going to take me very long. We did hear that somebody would come and pick this up, but apparently that's not going to happen. So we are going to be putting that away in our vehicle and going to throw that this weekend as well. So that will get out and we'll hopefully get some painting done. And then in a couple of weeks, when it is towards the end of September and I start really decorating for autumn, I'm hoping everything is going to be finished. So that's what it looks like downstairs. So let's go return all those cushions, go do some shopping, and get on with the rest of the vlog. So now we are at Urbe, which is we've got two of these sort of shops. One is called Rusta, one's called Urbe, and they've got a mix of home decor, kitchen items, a few food items, some toiletries. So it's a really nice shop to go to get an idea of a little bit of autumn decor as well. So I popped by here, and as you can see, they've got some beautiful candles. This one would work really lovely for Christmas, but these sort of burnt oranges and browns you saw earlier are really nice touch. Now I picked these ones up. They were so beautiful. They are a forest themed lantern. I wanted to pick them up for Halloween and they were 49 kroner, so about €4, which I thought was really reasonable. Then I also picked up these brown candles because, as you know, brown is something that I gravitate to every single year for autumn, and it apparently is one of the season's colors this year, and it was last year. It's been trickling into the home decor. I've always liked brown. We've had a brown leather sofa for a long time, so it's nothing new for us. But as you can see, even here you've got that chocolate brown with the bronze gold, and then you've also got these sort of more autumn colors. Now they were 2 for 100, as you can see, so about 50 krona each, about €5. I was into a lot of sort of dried florals last year, but not so much this year. But they did have some of these sprigs, which I thought was nice. Now I didn't end up picking anything up, but look at this. I found this precious little rhodea here. He was just walking very casually. He got scared. He heard me. They're so good at hearing us when we walk by, and I'm a little bit clumsy when I walk, so he just scuttled off that. We were on our way to IKEA. Here we are now. So once inside, I saw this display, and here again you can see the chocolate brown is so prevalent, and this sort of green, the olive green. Green is a big color for the season. Dark blue, sort of cobalt blue, is a very popular color, and obviously this chocolate brown. So they had chocolate brown serviettes. They were 79 krona. They were linen serviettes, and they also had a olive green. So they were really nice if you wanted to pick up some of those at IKEA. Now they also had a lot of brown vases and sort of mustard color, and here you can see the blue color coming through as well. Now these are a typical example of candles. Now I love the vessel. I gravitated to the vessel, but I've smelt these ones before when they first came out last season, and they were not good, so I didn't pick them up even though I really loved the vessel. So as you saw that, we had some dishcloths for the kitchen, an easy touch to transition into autumn. And then I walked through the garden section because I'm really into real plants at the moment for autumn. I wanted to add in a little bit of green. I found these were so unusual. I really loved them. They were so pretty. I didn't pick them up for my home because like I said, I don't use orange, but I could see this working outside. It was really pretty and kept like that in a bunch. It really was quite stunning. They've also got their pumpkins out. Now this is the sort of pumpkin that I gravitate to, but they had a plethora of them to choose from. These are very traditional plants for Sweden. I'll put the name up when I'm doing the voiceover. I can't remember what they're called, but it will be on the screen. So these are really, really very popular here in Sweden for the autumn months. Now they'd already started with some Christmas decor here. These are some Christmas plants if you wanted to buy them and start growing them already. Candle stands and candle light holders. They're all also in blue and brown. And this one, I thought this was plastic, a faux plant, but it turned out that that was not faux, it was a real. That's why it looks so beautiful. But these ones are faux. Purple is also a color for the season, a sort of aubergine purple. So they had some of those flowers, and these ones I've had for a while. So if you wanted to pick up some florals, I would suggest starting at IKEA because they do have some at reasonable prices. These bowls, now they had a number of vases. Now this one was really beautiful. Now I'm not in the market for a vase, but for 299 kroner, I think that was, you could also buy that and add it into your home. It would be a beautiful addition to your home for the autumn. Now these gold candles are substantial. Like you saw, they are also 299 kroner. Quite pricey, but they're really, really substantial. They're beautiful, and they brought out a black this season. As you can see, the orange tag means that it's a new product here in IKEA, and that black one was, and these amber little tea lights are also new to the autumn collection. So now we're moving on to Ica Maxi. Ica Maxi is my local grocery store. Those of you who've hung out with me before have been here. They also have some decor, and that's where I picked up my hazelnut vanilla candles. But these mushrooms were also really sweet. They were 79.90, so about just under €8 for them. They were a substantial size. And these acorns, now these look really fake, not as cute, so I don't think that they were a really good buy, and they were also cheaper, and I think that's the reason. They've also got this one in a green, and then they had this one dark oak in this sort of burnt brown color. I might pick one of those up as well, but I didn't this time round. They've got this really cute pumpkin. It's green in color, if it's the sort of thing you like. It's 129 kroner, so it is something you could buy. I thought it was quite nice. Now these apples were a little too shiny for my liking, but if you added it in with some real fruit, I think it would really, really work well in a bowl as bowl filler just for the autumn. But you could also just buy some real apples at the shop and it would look as beautiful. This wreath looks really lovely on screen, but in hindsight, when I was there, it didn't look as nice. So now I did mention at the beginning of the video, I went through quite a few serviettes before I landed on this one, which is the one I bought. You could see it a little bit better here on the video. As you can see, it's really, really pretty. Like I said before, it reminded me of sort of piece of art. That's why I picked it up. But you also have these sort of very traditional ones. This one, it was just too much for me. But if this is your vibe, you could always pick it up. And I'm sure if you're watching from the States, these are also options. But I just wanted to show you what I picked up so that you have an idea when you're going shopping there as well. So now look at this piece of meat my husband bought. He seared it on both sides in our pan, and then he put it into our cast iron skillet with a thermometer, and we just attach it to our oven, and then we close it, and then it lights up on the oven there when it is done. I made a very simple green salad and some roast potatoes. I just added some cherry tomatoes. I always have a homemade vinaigrette on hand. And I'm using my new salad spoons that my mom's friend Nadira gave me when I was in Sri Lanka. They're made from coconut shells. So thank you so much, Nadira, for all of your lovely gifts all the time. So this is what the sitting room looks like. Now, this is a plant I picked up at Plantagen when I went there. And I just added a simple cushion, one of our throw blankets. It's so cozy. It was so lovely for me to sit and have my coffee. Now the meat is ready and we are slicing it up. Now, while we were slicing it, it looked a little pink to me, and I thought the kids would not want to eat it like that. So we did fry some of them for the children. We had 4 of them with us, and the adults wanted it sort of rare, medium rare, which is what you see. It's probably not medium rare, it's pretty rare, but it was delicious. And we just had some simple roast potatoes. I could have garnished it a little more, but I didn't really fuss about it. And this was our starter: prosciutto and melon. Now we're taking a walk a few days later in nature. As you can see, slowly but surely, autumn is creeping up on us. We've got some mushrooms on the ground. So it's just the most magical time, I think, just to see all of the changes in the season. So they start off like this and they become like this. These are my favorite berries or flowers, whatever you want to call them, for autumn here in Sweden. I'd never seen anything like this before when I moved here. It really is quite stunning. I think it's so beautiful. And you got sort of bunches of this, as you can see, on the tree. I picked some of these and put them at home before, use them as decor for Halloween. But they're so beautiful. They are, I don't know what they're called. If anybody knows what they're called, especially if you're watching from Sweden, I bet you know. Leave a comment in the description box below, please. I'd love to find out. The 1st of September when I'm filming. So, yes, we are seeing some yellow on the trees, which means it's time to start preparing for autumn. But for the most part, as you can see, looking like this, it still looks like it's summer, and the weather, for all intents and purposes, is pretty warm, and it's really nice this time of year. I love this temperature. You don't need to have a jacket, you don't feel warm. I think it's just beautiful. And look at the fields there. It is fully overgrown. It's really lush. I'm sure a lot of the animals have been having a great time. I haven't really seen any of the deer that I used to see before. But as you can see, so this is, if I go in here a little bit, and then, so it stretches all the way there. It's a huge field, as you can see, stretches all the way there, and we bring the kids there to nursery school, and then it stretches all the way to that end, and to the back there. So it really is a beautiful stretch. As you can see, we've got leaves on the ground turning brown. Okay, I better get my skates on, otherwise I'm never going to be back at work on time. I'm sitting here snacking on some shorties. We spoke about it at the beginning of the video. These are called patties. My mum makes them. They are delicious. Thank you, Mum. I'm having a few of them. I think I just had like 3 or 4 before I go for a walk. We're going to be having smash burgers this evening with my brother-in-law and family. And I've been to church and I've fasted all this time. It is now, I think, 2:30, 2:33. So I break my fast. I'm having some patties and then I'm going to go for a walk. So I wanted to do an outro while I was just relaxing here and taking it easy. And thank you so much for being here. I know this video is a little longer than usual, but this is all of the stuff that I wanted to show you. So give it a thumbs up. I hope you enjoy. Until next time, have a great week, and I'll see you next week when we do a lot more autumn content. Yes, and before I leave, we did decorate the sitting room. I have maybe a few tweaks to make, but as you saw, it was just a beautiful, cozy feeling when I was having my coffee last afternoon. Very little changes. I did bring an old cushion and a throw that we had. I returned the other ones to Plantagen, and I bought that little plant. I got some vouchers. I still have money on that voucher. I think the plant cost like 99 krona, so we will have to go back there again. But we've got autumn and Halloween, and we've got Christmas coming up, so I'm sure we'll be able to find something there together. So I've done an order on Temu as well, so I will be opening that when it comes. I think it'll probably take into 14 working days. It does take a while to get here to Sweden, but I will show you all of that. So do stick around, give this video a thumbs up, and have a great week, like I said, and I'll see you next time.